So that all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider his doing. Right? So after all is said and done, man, they're going to look back at this and just think, yeah, that wasn't a good idea. You know, and, you know, probably we shouldn't even be considering doing some dumb shit like that, because look what happened. You know?
In Wisdom 5, it touches something similar to that. When it's saying we fools are counted as life madness, therefore have we erred from the way of righteousness.
Yeah, that's right. And that reminds me of also when they decided to build the Tower of Babel, man, thinking that they could, you know, avert any type of judgment. You know, the flood happened. They thought, oh, you know what? We'll just build something so tall that the Most High can't flood it.
Yeah,
He can't send a flood, man. But the Most High just jacks you up in another way, bro. You know what I mean? Cast you all out into the earth, in different languages and shit, man. And that Tower of Babel, well, guess what? Where is it? You know, it didn't come to be, bro. You know, this is it. And verse 10 says, "The righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in Him, and all the upright in heart shall glory." Okay, because we know what's going on, man. You know, we know this everything he's doing is going to be the end of Esau. Really, it's going to be his demise. As much as it looks like, you know, things are not working in our favor, really it is. You know, because this is a fulfillment of prophecy, man. Just before his destruction.
Quick precept. This is Job chapter 5 and verse 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. So that's what the Lord's going to do in these last days, man. He's going to disappoint their devices, and their main device being the New World Order, you know, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. The Lord's going to disappoint that. Because the Lord controls both sides of the spectrum, man. He controls the left-hand side and the right-hand side, man. So there's nothing that can go outside of his power, all right? He's controlling them. He's putting the thoughts in their mind, thinking that they can do this and it's going to be successful. He's making them believe that. He's giving them false hopes through Satan. God.
The king's hand of heart is in the hand of the Lord, and he turns to wherever he goes.
Pleases me, yeah. So, and this is the thing you got to think about, because Esau, you said it, and I was thinking about it, the mark is like, that's like the boom, I've done it. The image, really, the image has been set, as we know, the image, democracy, LGBTQ, all these different things that they've established within society, which people have, you know, the luxury to indulge in. But guess what? The RFID chip is the ultimate establishment of that. And a lot of people are saying, I don't want to get chipped. So how much so then are they really in line, in tune with Esau's system? Because if they really took after the image, they'll just run and take the mark. That shows you that they really don't have the power the way they want it. You know, because the people are not really ready to just jump up and take the chip. That's why they go, you know, we're going through that period right now where it's leading up to the chip.
Well, they have to use coercion to get
that's
people
it,
there.
yeah. So, you know.
Ezekiel, yeah?
Yeah.
Go on. See, Ezekiel 28 from the top. The word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord God, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, Thou hast said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God. And that's
talking about Esau, man. Esau basically and looks upon it, he feels that he's the most high power, man. Yeah. Because obviously, I can accredit the mindset of someone thinking like that. Technology's just gone through, it's like
it's crazy.
Spiraled to a whole different realm.
What do you say? Knowledge puff up, man.
That's why he's basically just puffed up in his mind.
Yeah. Wiser than Daniel.
That's what we're reading.
Can't
Sorry, go on, bro.
It's talking about technology. What was it, 1906? When did the Wright brothers do what they were doing? Early 1900s. Yeah, the first planes and that, just in time for the World Wars. Just in time for the World Wars. Right, but you went from those little rickety planes to when you actually these fucking jumbo jets that be flying in the sky. Oh shit's amazing, man.
Stealth jets,
oh shit, yeah.
The speed of that development.
Exactly.
quick. It's been rapid, man. As soon as he's got it, now he's developed it.
Exactly.
You know, he's progressing it.
Exactly.
He's the most high with them to progress that technology.
Yeah.
And they said they're getting new inventions every 12 hours or 24 hours. I remember Postar was going into it.
Exponential.
Can you imagine how much knowledge they're being fed through the spirit?
It's too much at one time, man. You know what I mean? Just vomiting, bro.
So I can't blame them that you really can't blame them that they're behaving, that they actually think within themselves. They're looking at all time and they're saying, well, they got the history of man, 6,000 years. And then we come into power after the Industrial Revolution, and we just take it to a whole nother. The Most High's with us, man. The Most High's with you know, like they're just thinking, he's with us, man.
Yeah, cause it's true. Cause I watch sometimes their military inventions in it that they got.
Oh man,
you know, them super soldiers or whatever, the equipments they can take down like an aircraft without showing any form of like fire or beams, like, heat seek, you know.
Okay,
They can just take out what's it called, UAVs, spy planes, you know, just by
without oh shit,
you can't see anything. It's just they just shoot a ray of light, and they just heat up, then boom, burst.
That sounds like a rail gun.
Invisible railgun type shit.
I was gonna say, man, remember when Esau got the gun, bro? You know how puffed up he was then. Yeah, you know, he just thought, nah, bro, these nations don't stand a chance. I've got this gun here, like they got bows and arrows and shit. They got axes and shit. I got fucking Tommy guns. I mean, like rail guns. They put it on top of the world, man.
The Lord always gives them the spirit to be more advanced in technology than other nations.
Reading in the scriptures, isn't it? Blessing be the sword.
Yeah, that's right.
I was thinking of that analogy, brothers use it as well, about Frankenstein, you know, a movie or the book of Frankenstein. But they actually, the actual guy, the doctor's name's Frankenstein. The person that he made, that was just the instrument or device that he made. But the thing's actually about him, Dr. Frankenstein, you know what I'm saying? So he's that mad inventor, that mad scientist that comes up with all these inventions, you know what I'm saying? So it's really about him. That's what he did.
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing,
That was a bad film.
If I could also add to the point that you was making as well about how you could why someone might think that Esau is this particular amazing is, for instance, and it's actually in the prophecies as well, man. Back in the days, if you were born like a month, 2 months premature, that was you, man. That's it. But Esau's now got that technology to a level where premature babies survive, and that's in the scripture. Says a child of a few months, right, will be able to basically survive, and they survive. They'll grow up. They'll be full term. But you wouldn't even know that they were a preterm baby, man. Incubators and all that. You know.
And even that's why the whole thing with the vaccinations now is a big thing. Because the Most High gave it to the point where the former vaccines have somewhat of a good track record in the eyes of the people. So it's like, well, it worked before, so if they develop a vaccine now, I mean, I'm going to take it because it worked before. But they don't understand, again, Yahweh Shai being tempted. They don't understand the severity of that, what they do. Ultimately, it's in the law, Leviticus, it tells you you're not meant to take no needles inside of you. But it's like, they don't realize to what extent these things play into these last days, basically.
One thing I don't understand about this whole need to vaccinate everyone is they said for most young people you're going to be alright. Most healthy young people you're going to be alright.
They're saying they have to vaccinate.
But you're saying you're going. So wouldn't it be better for me to just go and get the coronavirus anyway? Like naturally, because the thing, as a genuine question, no, because a vaccine is just like a lower form of the actual coronavirus anyway. So wouldn't it be better to just get the actual coronavirus?
Like getting chickenpox.
Exactly. You've got to get chickenpox, and the thing is, that's a good point. Because the thing, if you don't get chickenpox, you get chickenpox when you're older. And
that's when you're weak.
Exactly. So you're supposed to get it when you're young.
I had some colour changing chickenpox. I remember my dad. I was at my dad's house and I was in pain. I was like, Daddy, like, yo, what's going on? They took me to the GP and they're like, yeah, you got some form. It was changing colour. I remember it was white, blue, red, and then it went off. And I remember I was like, I've never heard of this in my life. My dad was just stoic about it. Don't worry, man.
You're right.
Philip, don't worry. It'll go.
He's right though.
He's right. He was just like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah, probably with you.
And it says, yet thou art a man and not God. Thou set thine heart as the heart of God.
It's lucky, man. You mentioned that, right? About you go to Revelations 13, it talks about the miracles they did inside the nations, right? People are amazed by these things, like, oh, he can do so much now. You know, bro just made some examples and stuff like that. People are really on his bandwagon because they believe in him. They believe he can do what he says he's going to do. He could save the whole world with these vaccines. They'll believe Bill Gates, you know what I mean? They'll believe all these guys. You know what I mean? So they're beguiled by Satan. They're beguiled by the works of the devil, man. You know, and that's what's going to lead them to their own destruction.
Yep. If I can add as well, because what you call it, Psalm 64 read, which call it diligent search, and also their tongue will fall upon themselves and everything like that. Right? They'll basically got this game on lock so much that they'll reveal things about themselves.
In time.
But then they'll basically use the person, then throw in some wayward shit like David Icke. He'll tell you the truth, but he also believes in lizard people.
Yeah.
So then they'll be like, oh, what? So
You believe the same guy that believes in the lizard.
exactly.
So it discredits everything.
Completely discredits everything. So then that makes it be, and Esau knows about, once again, diligent search about people want to be in the, you know, what's normal. They don't want to be sticking out here on the side. So they ain't gonna be like, they ain't gonna be like, I ain't gonna believe that because, you know, that's lizard people. I ain't one of them. I'm normal. I'm gonna be in this guy. I ain't gonna believe that.
But lizard people don't get the corona.
Animals.
And that's why
these Americans are trying to get lizard people.
But that's what you said is very crucial, because that's why the whole thing with the 5G going out there is a big deal, because then it's like the fact that the information's gone out there the way it has totally discredits one of the key things, that 5G enables the use of the RFID technology to a whole different level.
Oh yeah.
It'll just be like, well, I saw people. One guy, like I know someone in the world, he does like network, he works like a electrician. So he works to that, and he said like basically he keeps getting asked by people like, you putting up that 5G basically. So it's like it's turned into a parody.
Yeah.
But then the reality of it is that the 5G is needed to utilize the RFID technology to a whole different level, man.
Okay, you're about to become the internet of things, you know?
You're
about to be assimilated.
You know, when you look at how much data you can pass through 5G as opposed to 4G, it's ridiculous. Like max speeds of like 5Gs. 10 gigabits. That's base is it's a lot. Because I ain't trying to do no okay, that's like around one something gigabytes a second of data. Whereas if I'm not mistaken, 4G is only 100 megabits. Right, so
which is a tenth of a gig, basically. Right?
It's a tenth of tenth of a gig, right? So no, that's 100 megabits. So that's actually divide that by 8, around 10 or something megabytes down a second.
Okay.
Right, so that is a couple gig download to like 10 megabytes download. It's
night and day.
It's not comparable.
That's like, so it's basically live. What do you call it? Not live stream, real time. Information being delivered in real time, basically. So that shows you. So now you mention the first thing you say, the 5G. They'll be like, turn off straight away. Like it's one of those ones. What was you pulling down the 5G towers as well? The mass. That's the first thing they're gonna do with you. So Esau knows what kind of witchcraft he's doing when he puts out that information, because a lot of people don't pick the bones.
Yep.
That's right.
Now, verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Yeah, and Daniel showed his wisdom in the kingdom, man. He showed it in Babylon and in the Persian Empire. Both of them empires showed his wisdom. And those kingdoms were, Alexander, who basically is the key figure that established in Esau's power structure. They say civilization started with the Greeks, and they hold Alexander in such high regard. He was so astounded by the Persian Empire But who made the Persian Empire great?
That's right.
Daniel. So the person that they hold to a high esteem was basically looking at Daniel with such awe, basically, because of how the Persian Empire had set such a high standard. But guess what? Now they're wiser than that man, than Daniel. The things that they're doing, Daniel never would have even, kind of fathomed. It's like, damn, like, they're doing that.
I was gonna say, man, we just read them. They do a diligent search, man. They read up about all these kingdoms. They dig up all this, all these records and stuff, man. And they realize, what these things were doing, and they built on that. But behind every civilization or kingdom, man, there's been an Israelite somewhere in the midst that's helped to become what it is. Daniel was one of Moses was in Egypt, Joseph in Egypt, like
and Moses as well. Yeah, part to play.
So we've always been around, and that's why you're still gonna get Jake in the cabinets today in the US and all this kind of stuff. You're gonna have Jake around, or Jake behind the scenes somewhere that is really making what this nation is even as good as it is, if I want to use that for a loose term.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Just a quick example on that. They had a film, I can't remember the title right now, but it's got that Taraji, what's her name?
Pete Henson.
Yeah, Taraji P. Henson, who was playing one of the scientists. And she was basically one of the scientists during the 40s or whatever. At that time, there was building the spacecraft to go out to space.
Yeah, the Apollo. I forgot what. There's three black women in it. Three black women.
Yeah, three black women.
Yeah, I
she was
forgot.
playing one of the actresses basically.
Yeah.
And they was the mathematicians behind them being able to lead the the trajectory of making the spaceship travel from Earth into space, man.
Yeah.
It was behind Israelites, basically.
It was the Israelites, yeah.
That's always been the criteria of Esau and his match magician, all these antics that he does. Behind the scenes, he's always had a Jake that's doing the dirty work, basically, and then he'll get rid of them after, and they don't get no credit for their work.
You're doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, doing the heavy work.
Giving no recognition.
So like we said, like Jake always behind,
there.
Even
in war, Jake's men, innit?
Yeah.
That's right.
Tuskegee Airmen.
Yeah, all of that.
There's too many white, these devils, man. There's too many of these guys that get accredited with shit that they really wasn't responsible for. They just merely had the power to own things. But Jake be behind a lot of these things.
Yeah.
We mentioned it. Traffic lights, refrigerators.
All the inventions.
The thing the machine that puts the soles in the shoes and all this kind of stuff there. So you can mass produce shoes. Jake's there. Jake just don't get recognized for that shit. You know what I mean?
It's still happening to this day, man. Jake be working in these, companies and that. Have an idea, revolutionize the company.
Yeah, that's right.
Make things efficient or whatever. Because bros be around like, yo, why you guys doing it that way when you just do it this way?
Yeah.
Now their profits skyrocketing shit.
I remember in my old workplace, right? I used to have a scheme, right? And they used to write to your CEO kind of thing, right, with an idea. And if they take the idea, man, they give you £5 for the idea. And I used to think
they're
about
taking a piss.
Yeah, I used to think about that shit. It might have been a voucher as well, you know what I mean? Even worse. But I used to think about that shit. So why the fuck would I give you an idea that you're gonna make millions of?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a lousy £5 with no fucking recognition that I did anything.
Exactly.
Someone else will take credit for my shit.
That's it.
But I'm not going to benefit from that, and that's just the way of life of Jake.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds like a film, Life of Jake.
It is a film,
Yeah.
But that's how we live, man. It don't matter what we do, good, anything good that we do is obviously taken by someone else, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's written in the curses during 28. So that's rules to life. Jake go through that, man.
Yeah.
You shall be the head. He shall be the head, y'all should be the tail.
That's right. And that's exactly how it works, man.
Yeah.
But like I said, Jake behind all this kind of shit, though.
Yeah.
All these inventions and stuff.
Hey, because even when you go university, and you work something out, really, the university takes credit for that. Well, right now,
anything you do,
Yep. So right now they're saying, Oxford University has got the cure. Well, no, it's one or two guys that have actually
worked it out.
Worked something out. And then, but it was Oxford University did it because
they use that laboratory.
Exactly, basically.
And they're not owning it because it come out of their laboratory.
Yeah.
The guy might get put in a journal somewhere.
Yeah. And because common people read the medical journals.
Exactly. He might not be in the sun.
Exactly.
But they get don't get any credit.
Shit, what happened to this man?
You know what I mean? That's in the scriptures too, man. They should make no account of our labours.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know? And so...
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay, yeah, bring that up.
I just need to get the charger.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 from the top, and it says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labours."
Yeah, man. So, like I said, all these things are scriptural, man, and they all pertain to us. You know, showing you that we're the Israelites the Bible speak about. You know? So, yeah, that's that. We're going to close up in a minute, but I was going to bring this out. You got something else there?
No.
Okay, I'm going to... You got something? Okay.
Yeah, it was just in case it cuts
This is what we were speaking a minute ago, right? I'm going to skip in Joel 20. Hold on, where are you from? Right, from verse 5, right? Or verse 4. It says, "Knowest thou not of this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds," he saw his fucking ego.
Charging, man.
Right? So yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, Where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Okay, because Esau's end only is to be eradicated. You know, he is an unwanted species on the earth, man. Right? It says, "The eye which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods." Okay, so basically we're going to take back everything that you took from us, man. Alright? It says, verse 11, "His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth." Okay, so Esau ain't never going to leave off doing wickedness, man. That is a part of his being. You know, like we was talking about earlier, man. That is his purpose. He ain't right if he ain't doing wickedness, man. You don't feel right, right? It says, "Yet his meat in his bowels is turned, is the gall of asp within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asps, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance, he shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein." So you're never going to get your new world order, man. Okay, this kingdom isn't even going to be for you. You're not even going to have a part to play in it, other than in the minds, you know? Right, there is no rulership to be had. Right, so, because, verse 19, "Because ye have oppressed and forsaken the poor, ye have violently taken away a house which ye builded not." Right? And, you know, going back to, you know, you keep not at home and that, you're just out here destroying everything. But most importantly, you came to the wrong people. You came to the Israelites and put them into captivity, man. And took our land from us and all kinds of stuff, right? It says, "Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him." Right? It says, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Okay, so, you know, as he gets closer to completing, you know, his agenda, his new world agenda, man, the Most High is going to visit him right before he thinks he's going to achieve it. Okay, and Most High are going to strike his ass down, man, with nuclear fire. You know, and that's what we were waiting upon, man. So we're glad these things are speeding up and these things are happening, man, because it just means that he's ever closer to being destroyed, man, and we can, you know, we can be delivered out of this place. You know, so all these things are happening are good things for us. You know.
Well, you've done it. Just a precept to back the point. To Psalm 33 and 10, it said, "The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect." So like the brother just said, Esau's New World Order agenda, bruv, you got to realise the Most High has his own agenda, man. And that's the kingdom of heaven. And that's why he's going to send his son Yahweh Shai, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, to take you devils down, man.
and he's going to come conquering and to conquer, man. And there's nothing you devils can do to stop it. So everything, like the brother said, we're happy everything's happening the way it is, because this is one step closer to our kingdom being established on the earth, man. This is one step closer to the, you know, the kingdom of heaven, one step closer, one day closer to the day of the Lord. And I've got another quick precept, Slaka.
These prophecies are like the juggernaut, man. These prophecies are not going to be stopped.
Yeah, man.
You know, head straight first into
well, you can't start,
you get
head straight into perdition, man. You know.
It's, Isaiah 61:1 says, "The Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. The meek shall inherit the earth." That's the children of Israel. It says, "He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and to opening of the prisons to them that are bound." It says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. So this is what it's all about, man. Everything that's happened upon the earth right now is leading up to what? The day of the Lord, man. And the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It's going to be a blessing for some, and it's going to be hell for others, man. Namely Esau, Edom, the other heathen nations, because we can't forget about them too. You dukes, all you other heathen nations, you Arabs, you Hamites, that done backdoor deals with Satan, Esau, Edom, you're going down with him, man. And the 2/3, man, they're going to get a slice of that judgment too, from the Heavenly Father's Son. So this is what everything on the earth is building up to, the day of the Lord, man. Yahweh Shai's return, man. What they call AD, Anno Domini in the Latin, which means the year of our Lord. Right. That's what we're waiting for, man. You know, prophecy. You know, like brothers started off this whole, you know, this whole talk. The spirit testimony of Yahweh Shai is what? The spirit of prophecy, man. So prophecy has to be fulfilled. You know, but that's it.
Yeah. You guys anything else?
Yeah, I got one last one. This is Matthew. It is Matthew 24, verse 28, and it reads, verse 29. "Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of a Son of Man in heaven," Yahweh Shai. "And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." The chariots, elder prophets,
more than these days, man.
Yeah.
Fleets of them.
That's right, man.
You know, we used to see one or two, maybe a few of them, but there's like a whole stream of them now. Like they're mobilizing. You know?
That's right, man. Believers and non-believers are seeing it, are witnessing it. So it's going to be the same thing when the actual end comes, when the Lord cracks the skies, man. Yeah. When you read Revelations 1:7, it says, "What every eye shall see him." So no one's going to say, "Oh, this is CGI." You know.
Well, even Esau giving credence to them now. He's having to admit, you know, these things exist.
Yeah, Space Force.
Don't know what they are, but they exist. So yeah, everyone's on that alert now.
It's funny you said the word mobilizer, because Esau says he's going to mobilize his military, but the Lord's got his own military that they're mobilizing.
Angels, man.
Like Bane says, it's mobile. Popping right now. That's right. So the war of heaven, is going to happen. The war of Armageddon is going to happen the same. Yeah, simultaneously. It's going to happen at the same time. It's all for the glory, though, man.
That's right, man.
It's funny, you don't really see no CGI clips no more of UFOs. Everything's just real. No, it's just real now. No one even bothers to try and fake it no more. No one's got time for that. It just is what it is.
Yeah. The aliens!
"And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet." It's like back in verse 29, it said immediately after the tribulation. Just wanted to point out that there will be tribulation. You know, Jacob's trouble. Tribulation represents trouble. So everybody is going to be in the midst of it. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, you know, was it Nathaniel, and when you speak to that preacher, and the preacher saying, but, you know, according to the scriptures, there has to be a time of trouble, which is true. It's in the scriptures. That's why the scripture says immediately after the tribulation.
That's Daniel 12.
Do you know what I'm saying?
He mentioned that. Time of trouble like no other.
That's it. Yeah. Then it says, and verse 31, "And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other." That's it, man. So that's while there's going to be destructions, You still gotta have faith and hope that there will be salvation too, man.
Yeah, we were speaking about the duality earlier on, man. The 2 and 2s, man. You know, like I said, you know, you can't, if someone's got to win, someone's got to lose, man. There's a balance in it, you know. And Israel is the elect, man. They're gonna see salvation.